anime just claimed that capitalism was bad and we need a free press to keep it in check. What? Like, I'm sorry. It's bad because I just watched these 2 episodes back to back. What's very strange is that I almost couldn't pay attention to this week's episode of Yu-Gi-Oh! 7's because last week's was so what the fuck? Alright, let me explain. Let's explain. Let's go right from the beginning. So continuing on in our filler arc in a show that's kind of a lot of filler arc a year and a half in, we find that Luke is still running the Luke division of Goha. I swear, I have this theory that what's really going on here, because Yugioh said the only reason he's here so he can do research on things like maximum fusions and other things along that line. What if it's actually his plan was to get Luke into the company so Luke could just destroy the company with his insanity? And that's his plan for saving the world. That would be fucking amazing. I would forgive all the slowness for that alone. But yeah, no, this episode focused on Luke. Well, they both did. But this one opens with Luke narrating his entrance to work. 2 people are clearly looking at him like, this boy ain't right. But they laugh when he hits the glass door, a pretty standard joke. We then get to his office, where we find that he has recruited Mimi's son and her 2 friends and the dog to work with him and Swirly, and the newspaper club is here to interview them. Okay, no matter what I say going forward, let me make something clear. The stars of this episode really was the newspaper club. I've said this before, but one of the greatest strengths in this show is how it utilizes characters. These were 3 goofy one-off creations who, in most Yu-Gi-Ohs, would just be forgotten after that one appearance, or they'd make 1 or 2 more cameo appearances. But here they are, and they're just, like, oozing personality. Like, it's the way they use them that really makes it work. It's not just the girl one takes pictures. She takes pictures, and every time she snaps her camera, she makes a little sound effect for it. It's not just the guy has a microphone. It's when it came time for the halfway mark, he's like, we'll be back after this commercial break. It's not just the main one is a stereotypical, like, news hound. He's so morally straight-laced about what you're supposed to use the news and media for that he will fucking die on the hill of free press and journalism. This guy is officially amazing. Like, forget Spotlight or the one where Tom Hanks, Meryl Streep, and Bob Odenkirk tell you how important the Pentagon Papers are. Forget all those movies. The real star of the press is this 11-year-old anime boy. Yeah, no, they're there to document Luke, probably at his own accord. And so while they're off, we get our obligatory appearances of everyone else, who are, of course, doing their own versions of either serious or silly things. I quite like the idea that Roman's Curry has driven the robot's so crazy they're refusing to let her do it. Yugioh wants to present Kaizo as a vending machine who gets peed on by the dog. It's funny. I actually really like that gag, just because it's so random. And then while exploring, we of course see Mimi is stuck with the energy people, where she is being forced to generate power on a bike, which is cute. And the way the son and her kind of interact, like they've just acknowledged that their lives are insane. So then the big thing is that Hunt comes back. Yes, the little kid who was also nothing more than a one-off side gag character who then got brought back to sniff out Yu-Gi-Oh cards, somehow didn't die from breathing in all that dust, only to then becomes so greedy and money hungry with the power of maximums, he needed to be defeated by Yuga and a new maximum to get put in check. Well, now he's back, and he's still taking that sweet, sweet bite of the capitalism apple. And, like, now he is just, like, all schemes and get rich quick and exploitation and making money. He is a true fucking American! So, yeah, then him and, he's like, come on, we'll sniff out some riches. And they go down, and we get, is this the first time we've seen an inkling of how cards are made? Like, one thing they do in the Yu-Gi-Oh! Universe, I've brought this up before, it kind of annoys me, is they fetishize the idea of the card so much, it stops feeling like a real obtainable product. Like, everything's always like, oh my god, that rare card, oh my god, that rare card, oh my god, that rare card, how did you get it? How does it even exist? Your guess at this point is as good as mine, buddy. Like, it's always just so much, where do cards come from? Where does anyone get new cards? Are there booster packs? The last time we saw booster packs was like a second in GX, but mostly in that Pharaoh's Servant commercial duel between Joey and Duke Devlin 20 fucking years ago! So yes, I like seeing a card printing press. I also think it's funny that the cards it prints are not usable in duels, so it just prints out all these goofy nonsense. Like, I assume Konami is aware there's a lot of, like, fan-made cards and archetypes out there. You see them online all the time. And that just kind of, like, people do, like, their own goofy nonsense things. Is this what this is? Because when the cards printed, they almost look like those tokens you can have made at, like, cons and YCSs and shit. And, yeah, fuck it, I like that bit. I like that joke. I like, Luke and just all of them, like, making their own cards, being silly, showing personality, having reactions. It's funny. I dig it, especially the girls. I don't know. It's just, I love the way the actress does the voice. It's very funny. But so then, like, Hunt wants to get rich, and then the guy is like, no! The power of the press will stop you! And the duel itself is standard. He gets a fusion that's a gun? A gun dragon machine thing. He beats Hunt, and then Hunt literally goes fake news as he's mad that the power of media stopped his get-rich-quick scheme, and he is now put back in check. This is literally... What? And yeah, and then, like, he's just like, all I wanted was a rich car, a mansion, and a pool. I like that joke. And, of course, the episode ends with the roof caves in, destroying the printing press. Again, they can't really do anything with the card, so who cares? And they find a long-lost name badge that identifies Yuga as Yugioh. The same fucking ending as the week before! But yeah, no, and so then this episode, naturally, is, instead of trying to investigate, Luke just wants to kiss Yuka's ass, which is most of their fan art, by the way. And he wants to, like, make Yuga happy, and they have a rush duel where the goal is to entertain. Yugioh would be so proud. They're like to entertain and to let Yuga win so he'll be happy. But then there's, like, this real weird message in there about, no, don't let him win. Play him fair, square, and honest. It's the only way to get better. It's the only way to be happy and to feel genuinely good about yourself. Good message, and one as a Yu-Gi-Oh player I believe in, but here? Like, just randomly thrown in here? But yeah, no, and then the episode ends with them sitting at the table eating dinner, which it's cute, and I like the line at the end of Roman being like, yep, they'll be friends forever, which normally would incline that next episode is where something happens that changes the character dynamic, but no, next week is more filler with zombies. Okay? And don't get me wrong, both of these episodes are plenty fucking entertaining. I love watching this show. It's just kind of like, I've brought this up. I am starting to get a little impatient. That's just me. Tell me what you thought about these shows below. I know I talked about one way more than the other, but one gave me more to talk about. So yeah, give me your thoughts on that below. And as for the TCG question of the week, this past weekend was our first round of virtual regionals. Your chance to win your Nats invite and be cheated on camera was right there for you to go after. So my question is, for the Burst of Destiny format, are you going to be doing some virtual regionals? Try and win your invite. I don't know if I've brought up the virtual duels before. I personally don't like them and don't want to do them, but that is just me. If you've been having fun and getting a chance to play your deck, that is great. Or you like me and you'd rather just wait the 2-3 months to get real ones back. That will most likely happen. Give me your thoughts about that below. And as always, click to like, click to subscribe, and join me next week for the zombie episode. They better be Pumpkin the King of Ghosts in that shit.